Hi everyone, in this video I will be showing you the Mobile Pixels DuX monitor connected to the laptop using the Magrig adapter. But before I do that, I have it connected to the computer without the adapter, just showing you how it works. And right now it has the monitors being duplicated so I can move them freely, as you can see on both screens. And the reason why I'm doing this test is because the Mobile Pixels 2X is a power-hungry USB-C device. It actually uses a DisplayLink chipset to display the image, and it's powered by the same USB connector. And right now I have it connected to a USB-A to USB-C adapter that goes all the way to the monitor connected to USB-C. So by connecting the Magrig adapter, basically I will be removing the need of having to disconnect the cable from it, and basically it should be a matter of just detaching it rather than just disconnecting the cable. So I'm going to be performing that test and making sure that it works. So let's start with it. So this is really easy actually. I just have to disconnect the USB-C cable from the monitor, and I'm going to attach it to the Magrig here, to the Magrig adapter. And as you can see, I already did that. So I'm going to plug it to the monitor again, and it should detect it. Let's see. It actually, let's see, because it didn't make any noise here. There we go. Okay, it seems to be powering on. Let's see if it powers on, if it shows an image. It didn't. I'm actually getting here like a message telling that the device wasn't recognized, but again, maybe this is making good contact here. Let's plug it again, making sure that it works this time. There we go. It seems that it now detected it, because usually when it shows the logo, it means that the connection is not good, but now it did, and now it's duplicating the screen. So there we go. Have to keep that in mind, make sure that it is making some good connections. And there we go. It is connecting and showing the image, and I can move freely, and it works as expected. Now the monitor isn't touch, so I can actually test touch functionality here. But again, the main purpose is to test the Magrig adapter. Now I can detach the cable. As you can see, I just detach it and the tip remained on the device here. And if I want to plug it again, I can just simply connect it that way. And now it should work again. Let's see. Now it's working again. So yeah, that's it. It takes a few minutes, a few seconds for it to show it, and there we go. It is showing again the image. Alright, so this test is working, and that's great, because that means that whenever I finish, I can just simply disconnect the Magrig adapter here. I just detach it, and that's about it. Connect it again, and it works. And then when I finish, I just simply detach it, and I'm ready to go. It's really simple to do that. So it seems to be working fine with this cable. This is the Halo Band cable that I also received from Kickstarter some time ago, connected to the Magrig adapter. Yeah, it's working. So it worked. Now let's say that you want to listen some music on your computer. You may recognize this. This is called a digital audio player, or DAP for short, and it usually contains a feature that allows you to connect it to the computer and use it as an audio card. So basically, if I connect the USB cable to it, you see it enters DAC mode, and that allows me to use it as an output device, so I can connect my headphones and listen to that. So as you can see, right now it isn't connected to the Magrig adapter, so I'm going to be doing that here shortly. I'm going to plug the Magrig to the USB cable. Now I plug it to the device, and you can see it entered the DAC mode, and the computer detects it. Let's see. If I right click here, settings, now I'm here, speakers, under speakers. No, I'm not seeing it. So let's see if I disconnect it and connect it again. It didn't again. But here's the problem. Actually, it's not that it isn't detecting, it's that probably it isn't making good contact because of the cover that it has. So it may be that it isn't really good on stuff that have a cover. So I have removed that, and let's connect it again. And now the computer actually detected it. I can see it here. Hide this IP80, that's the model of it. So keep that in mind, that if you have some device that has some kind of cover, the adapter itself needs to make some good contact with it, and if you have some kind of cover, it might not make some contact. As you can see, I just plugged in and I can see the hide this IP80. If I disconnect it, it will disappear. Plug it, appears, and yep, you can see how it works. Does it work? Yes. Does it work with some kind of covers? It seems that it doesn't. So maybe you have to sacrifice that if you want to use this adapter. But yeah, it worked. So this is another test that it works. Now this test is going to be interesting, because what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to use this display, which has a USB-C port over here, but the difference between this monitor and the previous one is that this monitor, the Mobile Pixel DuX, it features the same USB-C port, but this one requires a USB driver for the computer. This is a display link chipset, so basically it needs a driver for it to work on computers. Now this monitor that I have here, the USB-C port actually follows the display port standard, so when I plug it to the computer, it only will work with devices that outputs video through USB-C. And the test that I'm going to do here is that I have here the Samsung S9 phone, and this has the Samsung what Samsung calls DeX mode. So basically, when I plug the cable here, you are going to see that the phone will enter DeX mode, and basically you can see how the monitor enters its own DeX mode. Now this other monitor has another advantage, that this one is in fact touch, so I can touch the screen and you can see how it works here. So you can see that it works. Yep. So it's actually transferring data as well as video. Now if I plug the Magrig adapter, I should expect the same to happen. So let's see. And this is one very useful test, because most people probably will be using it with their phone, and you can see I just plugged it in, and here I have the DeX mode, and the phone is here through the Magrig adapter connected to the cable all the way to the screen, and it appears to be working. And again, this is touch, so it's pretty responsive. I have settings here. You can see how it works using the Magrig. If you finish working, simply disconnect it. That's simple. And if you want to work again with it, just connect it here, and it will enter DeX mode. There you go. It's working. Now let's say that you have a Nintendo Switch and you are playing with it, and let's see how much I have of battery life. I didn't saw. I have a 22% of battery life remaining on my Switch. It doesn't focus too well, but there we go. You can see I have 22% of battery left, and I'm playing here, some Pokemon game. And the thing is that I'm going to get the Switch is going to use all of the battery power, and suddenly will turn off because it will going to get discharged. So the idea here is to use the Magrig adapter to plug it and charge it, and let's see if it works. So I have this USB-C charger here, and I'm just plugged it to the Magrig adapter. Now I'm plugging it to the Switch, and it showed detected. There we go, console charging. So now I can continue playing without any interruptions, and it will charge while I keep playing. Now this is something that you have to keep in mind. Since this is a magnetic connection, if you're playing, just make sure that you have a pretty stable connection here. Otherwise, if you move your Switch around, it may detach, and you can see that I'm seeing the console battery here. So just be careful with that, and you're free to go. You can see that I'm having some trouble there, but probably it's best to use it when you're actually not going to play games. Just leave it stand still in the table or something, and it will charge. Otherwise, you're going to get that issue where it's going to disconnect and it will not make contact and so on. But yeah, it works with the Switch as well. So there you go. Yeah, I'm having probably best to just leave it in the table. So yeah, it works, and I can keep my Switch charged. The Magrig is also compatible with the Nintendo Switch to transfer an image to the display. So simply you will just connect the Magrig to the Switch and it will show the image on the display. As you can see, it's going to work, and it didn't work. Let's see if it works now. There we go. There we go. It showed. And yeah, it works with audio. I have the Pokeball here playing some Pokemon. So you can see that it works. No issues. And when you finish playing, simply detach it and just play on your handheld. And if you want to play again, just connect it back. Here we go. And now we are back on the big screen. Alright, for this final test, I will be testing the Magrig adapter with this hard drive that I have over here. It's connected to an enclosure. This is the Ugreen USB-C enclosure, and this is hard drive. It's a Seagate Moment 260. This is one of those first hybrid solid state. It's hard drive. It's a hard drive, but it's hybrid because it contains some flash memory. So it is not solid state. Actually, it's what they call SSHD. So I have this drive connected to the enclosure here. This is a Ugreen enclosure, as I said, and I have here this short USB-C cable connected already to the Magrig adapter. Basically, when I plugged it to the hard drive and I plug it to the computer should be able to see it. So I connected it here, and we can see here the device manager that it showed already. If I go here to computer, you can see it already. I'm going to disconnect it, and you can see that it disappears shortly. There we go, it disappeared. And now if I plug the Magrig adapter to the hard drive, it should show, and it's turning on. Now the computer should detect it at any moment. There we go, it's detecting it, and there we see the hard drive again. So it is in fact working, and it also should work on USB 3 speed. So if I run Crystal Diskmark, which is a utility that's used to test hard drives and solid state drives and see how well it performs. If I select run here, let's put the disk here, we can see that it is writing at 80 megabytes per second or so. That's expected for this type of drive. Now it seems that the camera doesn't like to focus good on the display actually, so I have to leave it at a distance, but you can see that it's writing, and now it's reading at around 80 megabytes over there per second. That means that it is actually running at USB 3.0 speeds. So the Magrig adapter is working on it. And it also means that it's capable of powering power-hungry devices like this hard drive, because hard drives are a bit power-hungry, and it's working fine. So there we go, it's reading, and you can see that the write speed was also around 80 megabytes. You can see the graph there. So yeah, it's working. Now I'm not going to run this test up to it to finish, because it will take a long time for it to work. But I just wanted to show you how the Magrig work on hard drives as well. And this is pretty important because you may have a hard drive that you travel with. They may have your music, movies, it may have some data that you work on your daily life. And basically an operating system. This says you can have an operating system on an external hard drive. And yeah, basically let's stop this now. Basically you have your entire life there. And there we go. So once you're finished with that, you can simply just disconnect it. That's simple. Now it will disappear from the computer and it's ready to go. You have the Magrig adapter, the tip of the Magrig on the hard drive, and then you have the adapter on the USB cable. So pretty much this, all of what you saw in this video are some examples of what you can do with the Magrig adapter and the Magrig tip. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you in this video. So I hope you like this video. If you did, don't forget to like this video, comment on it, share it with your friends, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And currently the Magrig adapter, you can back it up on Kickstarter. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, some useful cases of this adapter, and see you soon on another video. Thank you for watching, everyone.